tens of thousands of images and online posts have been marked for deletion as the US Defense Department gets to work to purge diversity, equity, and inclusion content. The database, which was confirmed by US officials and published by AP News, includes more than 26,000 images that have been flagged for removal across every military branch. But the number could end up being much higher. The Pentagon is mostly targeting deletion of women and minorities, as well as notable milestones made in the military and a number of posts that mention commemorative months, such as those for Black and Hispanic people and women. This move is all part of Trump's broader executive order, ending the federal government's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. So I guess the move now is just delete stuff. It's not just images too. There is an absolutely ridiculous list of words that they're using to flag this woke content. So yeah, this is all kind of totally ridiculous, but it's also a scary sign of something bigger. So let's dig into what Donald Trump wants removed from the archives. Spoiler alert, it's very obvious that no one thought this through. If you didn't know, on August 6, 1954, America dropped a nuclear bomb codenamed Little Boy on Hiroshima, Japan. This changed the world forever. It is probably one of the most important and devastating moments in history. The plane used to drop the bomb was a Boeing B-29 Superfortress called the Enola Gay, and it's like probably the most famous plane in the history of the world. 5 years ago, the Department of Defense published a 75th anniversary tribute to the aircraft, crediting it with bringing an end to a long and devastating World War II. It definitely brought an end to it. That is one way to look at it. But that post is now flagged for removal. Why? Is America trying to hide its use of nuclear weapons? No, they're removing it because it's too gay. I'm not making this up. They literally typed in the word gay and were like, no, get rid of it. First of all, the plane was named after the pilot's mother, Enola Gay. Literally just a person's name. And second, I can't think of anything more hetero than dropping a nuclear bomb. That is straight men's territory for sure. Never heard of a gay person dropping a nuclear bomb. Just saying. The world's most historically important plane isn't the only thing facing deletion for the same reason. Several photos of an Army Corps of Engineers dredging project in California were marked for deletion, apparently because the local engineer in the photo had the last name Gay. But don't worry, there's still this really not gay picture of a bunch of ripped guys in tiny shorts that you can still access. Also, some photos of the Tuskegee Airmen were also marked for deletion. And if you want to know why a group of people considered by many to be heroes of World War II is said to be deleted, it's because they're black. The Tuskegee Airmen were America's first black military pilots who served in a segregated World War II unit. The group was awarded 3 Distinguished Unit citations, which are awarded to units for extraordinary heroism in action against an armed enemy, which is a roundabout way of saying these guys were very good at their job and broke barriers for other men and women of color who wanted to pursue military careers. But luckily, these images may survive due to their historical importance. Some images have already been deleted, and it's unclear how long others will be available for. In some cases, though, the removal was only partial. The main page in a post titled Women's History Month, All-Female Crew Supports Warfighters, was removed, but at least one of the photos in that collection about an all-female C-17 crew is still available. A shot from the Army Corps of Engineers titled Engineering Pioneer Remembered During Black History Month was deleted. It's not just women, people of color, and anyone with the last name Gay. Fish are also considered too woke for the Trump administration. A photo of Army Corps biologists was on the list, seemingly because it mentioned they were recording data about the fish, including their weight, size, hatchery, and gender. Like, I know I shouldn't be laughing because it's actually like super messed up and dark, but it's like, oh my God, the fish? What did the fish do? How did the Trump administration choose which pictures to delete? Surely it wasn't just typing in random words, right? Wrong. That is exactly what they did. As President Trump seeks to purge the federal government of woke initiatives, agencies have flagged hundreds of words and phrases to limit or avoid. And I'm going to share some with you. Warning, they do get more insane as we go on. Here are some banned words: diversity, breastfeed, climate crisis, black, cultural differences, disability, accessible, allyship, anti-racism, assigned at birth, ethnicity, female, Gulf of Mexico, identity, inclusivity, injustice, LGBTQ, non-binary, political, privilege, pronoun, prostitute, race, sex, systematically, they, them, trans, victim, woman, and my personal favorite, sense of belonging. What do you mean you're a ban? Sense of belonging. But all the silliness aside, this is crazy. And it comes straight out of the Fascism handbook. Limiting education, rewriting history, this is all classic fascism stuff. Also, yapping about free speech all the time and then literally trying to ban the use of words like victim is just genuinely insane. Umberto Eco, an Italian writer, philosopher, and cultural critic, was widely known for his library containing over 50,000 books and his 1995 essay, Fascism. In it, he lists 14 general properties he believes comprise fascist ideologies. I recommend getting into it if you're interested, but number 14 is what's relevant to us today. All the Nazi or fascist schoolbooks made use of an impoverished vocabulary and an elementary syntax in order to limit the instruments for complex and critical reasoning. But we must be ready to identify other kind of newspeak, even if they take the apparently innocent form of a popular talk show. Yale professor of philosophy Jason Stanley echoes this sentiment in his latest book, Erasing History: How Fascists Rewrite the Past to Control the Future. He pulls examples worldwide, from colonized Kenya to Nazi Germany and the Jim Crow South, to lay out the playbook Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are using to erase history and attack the education system. If Trump can control education, he can control the historical record, which is key to instituting an authoritarian regime. He writes, "One lesson the past century has taught us is that authoritarian regimes often find history profoundly threatening. At every opportunity, these regimes find ways of erasing or concealing history in order to consolidate their power." Inside the various departments hit with these directives, it's kind of a mess. Apparently, military leaders were initially told they only had a few days to go through their websites, looking for stories about how women and minorities have made progress in the military, or stories celebrating any sort of cultural heritage. When leaders said they didn't have enough people to meet the deadline, they were given the option to just delete all the posts from the last 4 years. After that, employees would go through the remaining content to decide what should be kept, archived, or removed. But since the task is so big, officials said many might just delete everything from the last 4 years and start fresh, essentially wiping out the Biden administration's presence on the department's websites. Trying to delete history America evidently doesn't teach is one thing, but removing the last 4 years, like, bro, we were there. Like, we remember it. It really wasn't that long ago, like, at all. Other changes include the department and the services can no longer use official resources to host celebrations or events related to Black History Month, Women's History Month, Asian American and Pacific Islander History Month, Pride Month, and literally any other month that isn't about straight white dudes. Instead, units and officers are, quote, encouraged to celebrate the valor and success of military heroes of all races, genders, and backgrounds as we restore our warrior culture and ethos. What the fuck does that mean? What, unless they're black, women, or queer, or just not a straight white guy? I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused, but I think everyone else is a bit confused too, to be fair. A positive here is that America isn't the only country on Earth. It's an absolute crime, in my opinion, to destroy or erase history. But luckily for y'all, other countries will keep archives. Books that contain this information can't be blocked by Trump in my country, and those of us who care will continue to remember and discuss history. Whether Trump likes it or not, the internet is global, and I, for one, won't let Americans miss out on learning their own history if I can do anything about it. So there you have it, an attempt to delete history one woke image at. If there's anything this purge proves, is that some people really fucking reckon we can just erase our way into a better future. But spoiler alert, history has a way of showing up whether we want it to or not. In the meantime, we can all rest easy knowing that there are still plenty of tank top wearing, nuclear bomb dropping, not gay enough for deletion photos out there to keep us company. Because apparently, that's all Trump wants America to see. But hey, as long as you've got the right keywords and no sense of historical accuracy whatsoever, you'll be good to go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We do 5 videos a week on everything happening around the world and on the internet. And if you were wondering, both of the books that I mentioned today aren't banned in America yet. They're both available for purchase, and Fascism has been archived online already to make sure it's preserved and accessible to American audiences. And it's free too. The best way to prepare for the future is to understand the past. Sorry, I'm getting a bit passionate. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little passionate. I should do some jokes. I'll do some jokes. What did the Italian farmer call his fascist cow? Mussolini. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. See you tomorrow.